Nuu Mobile G3. Best budget phone $124.73. Something borrowed, something blue. What a difference a couple of months makes. Back in February, we reviewed the X5, a device from Chinese smartphone startup Nuu Mobile. Unfortunately, we found it difficult to recommend, due to its dated design and SOSO hardware compared to a host of very compelling $200 alternatives. Now Nuu is back with yet another $200 handset, and straight away, you can tell it looks to be quite a step up from other phones in Nuu's lineup. While it's safe to say Nuu's latest is a more compelling choice for bargain hunters than the X5, the G3 falls short of the standard for affordably yet capable handsets, where the Huawei Honor 7X and Moto G5 Plus reign supreme. Nuu Mobile G3, 64GB 4GB RAM, at Amazon for $124.73. Nuu Mobile G3 cost and availability. You can get the Nuu Mobile G3 directly from the company as well as from Amazon, opens in new tab, for $199. The device is GSM unlocked, meaning it will only work with certain networks, including T-Mobile, AT&T, Metro PCS, and Cricket Wireless. The G3 comes exclusively in blue, and contains 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage with a microSD slot offering up to 128GB of expansion. Design, in Samsung's shadow. On its website, Nuu calls the G3 a trendsetter in design and technology. Normally I ignore grandiose marketing claims, but I couldn't shake this one off, precisely because Nuu's trendsetter is the most shameless Galaxy S8 clone you'll find this side of the Pacific. The G3 is the most shameless Galaxy S9 clone you'll find this side of the Pacific. Still, there's one aspect of Samsung's design in particular that Nuu should have copied: the headphone jack. We're accustomed to seeing flagships routing audio through their USB Type-C ports, but it's very rare to see that in a $199 device. Display, blurry but bright. While Nuu's G3 may have an extra-wide, 5.7-inch LCD display, the screen isn't terribly sharp. The 1440 by 720 resolution translates to a pixel density of about 283 pixels per inch, which results in a blurrier picture than what you get from other $200 phones that are about the same size. Camera, nothing special. Dual cameras are so ubiquitous now, it seems harder to find a phone without them than the other way around. Sure enough, the Nuu Mobile G3 combines a 13-megapixel f/2.0 main sensor with another 5MP shooter, allowing for portraits with background bokeh effects. Cameras in budget phones rarely impress, but the G3s are remarkably inconsistent. This scene would challenge even the best smartphone cameras, and predictably, both the Nuu and Honor struggled to reconcile the harsh light breaking in from the windows with the relatively dim area of focus between. Although the G3 didn't nail the sharpness, it exposed the center much better and pulled more color out of the plant and the pots. Performance, hit and miss. At $200, you expect smooth, if not stunning, performance from a phone, and the G3 mostly holds up its end of the bargain. The device is powered by MediaTek's Helio P25 system on chip, which is about on par with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 processor that appears in many mid-range phones. Nuu's bargain doesn't struggle flipping between apps running in the background. Solid as the G3 is, it's important to recognize that it's not top dog in the segment. For example, the Snapdragon 625 powered Moto G5 Plus smoked the G3 in both the Geekbench 4 overall test and 3D Mark's Ice Storm Unlimited graphics test, posting respective scores of 3,746 and 13,862 to the G3's 2,221 and 12,802. Even the Honor 7X, which features a Huawei-built Kirin 659 CPU, delivered a slightly more stable frame rate playing off-road racer Asphalt Extreme, and that device actually placed behind the G3 by about 1,000 points in the 3D Mark comparison. Battery, just fine. The Nuu Mobile G3 put in exactly 10 hours of work in our battery test, where the phone endlessly loaded web pages in Chrome over T-Mobile's LTE network. That's solid longevity from a 3000 mAh battery pack, and it compares favorably to the Honor 7X, 921, and the average smartphone, 950. The Moto G5 Plus lasts an hour and a half longer, though, and if you really prized battery life, the Asus Zenfone 4 Max and Moto E4 Plus cost the same or less than the G3, and both lasted around 15 hours. Software, Nougat, plus some oddities. Nuu didn't fuss around with Android much on the G3 at all, and it's a better device for it. However, there are a few caveats there. First off, it comes with version 7.1.1 Nougat, not 8.0 Oreo. Ordinarily, this wouldn't be surprising. Most budget phones never launch with the latest release of Android, nor do they see regular updates. However, Nuu has gone on the record and said that the G3 would see Oreo in March. With March having come and gone and still no sign of new software, I wouldn't cling to the company's word.